Rabbi Nehemiah of Dubrovna once recalled witnessing a soldier being disciplined by his commanding officer. And what was his crime? The crime that he did was that during one night when he was on guard duty, his feet froze in his boots. And the commanding officer came to him and said, "If you had just remembered your oath, that you remember that you're serving the great Tsar of this great country, then you would never have been cold in the first place. You would have been warm the whole time." And so Nehemiah took this as a lesson. He said for the next 25 years, he used this as a remembrance that this is how he should serve the Almighty. So, about 3 centuries ago, the Jewish people themselves were in a very bad situation, faced with prosecution and torture and all these bad situations. We were growing colder and colder. By that I mean that life is something that should be easy to see. Life is warm, life is exuberant, it's active, you could see it, you could feel it. But death can be likened to something that's cold, that's meaningless, that has no motivation, it doesn't want to move, it's stagnating. The Jewish people about 3 centuries ago were in this situation. They were stagnating, they were cold, they were almost dead. And faced with persecution and poverty and all these other bad things, it wasn't looking good. Until this day came, this very day that we're on right now, Chai Elul. This day was the birth of a man named Israel Baal Shem Tov. You may have seen 1 or 2 of my videos about him. The Baal Shem Tov brought something very special into this world. He brought life. By that I mean that when a person faints, there's a common thing they say, that when a person faints, you should whisper their name, because the name is very much connected to the soul, and just whispering it is enough to bring this person back. So the name Israel, given to the Baal Shem Tov, was a message to all the Jews in this world. It was the whisper to be relivened, to bring back the warmth in their hearts. And the Baal Shem Tov, while most of the Jewish people had started giving up on learning Torah, on certain commandments and certain mitzvot, to pursue lives of work and other things just to try and put bread on the table, they were giving up their very life force. The Torah is the life force of a Jew. The Baal Shem Tov came and he brought this back to them, but he brought back to them with life. He brought them the idea of how special and divine a mitzvah can be, how special even a blade of grass can be, the meaning behind each and every action that happens throughout the day, the special different signs that Hashem is with us at every moment. This is what the Baal Shem Tov brought, and he brought joy and he brought happiness. And this took off. And then about 47 years after that, the birth of the Alter Rebbe, Shneur Zalman of Liadi, was on the exact same day, Chai Elul, the 18th of Elul. And he brought this even lower and lower, because it wasn't that greater people were coming into the world, it was that the Jews were going lower and lower, sinking down into more and more assimilation and farther away from our source. So the Alter Rebbe came and he took these teachings from the Baal Shem Tov and brought them down lower and lower so that we can make them practical and live with them, and we can have this life force, this warmth in our souls and in our hearts constantly. And so what's very special is that this day is called Chai Elul, the 18th of Elul, and it's exactly 12 days away from Rosh Hashanah, 1 day corresponding to each month. This day, Chai Elul, Chai meaning life, but also the numerical value of 18, it gives life not only to the rest of the month of Elul, but to the rest of the months for each year, or the rest of each month for the rest of the year. And so this day is very special, and this month is very special. It's focused on tshuva, on returning to our source, on returning to Hashem, returning to what it means to really be a Jew. So I hope that everyone out there, all of the Jews, and all the non-Jews, whoever, can look back into your heart and into your soul Try and find what it is that keeps you warm. What's that spark inside of you that's telling you to do good, to find meaning, and to pursue life and not death.